Hello, everyone, and welcome to our second session of AstroCon. So, if you remember, last time we spoke about seasons and the importance of the tilt of the Earth's axis to seasons. We are going to continue with something kind of related, which is also something which you would be observing every day and which I would bring to your notice. So, let's start with today's session. Today's session is about the simple question: does the sun rise in the east every day? Okay, so here I have a picture showing you of here is a thing, and you can see the position of the sun. This is in December solstice, 21st December, and then you can see that as it moves, you can see the position is moving till it comes to March, which is equinox time, and then we move towards another extreme, which is in June, which is the summer solstice, and then you come back here to the equinox in September. So this is something which I have in a picture, but I would put this as an activity to you that note the position of the rising sun from a fixed place. So what you actually see, I can tell you this in advance, that on the equinox days is when the sun rises from the perfect east. Okay, and then it actually moves. Now it moves in what way? We know that in summer, the sun is higher up in the sky and the sun is moving more towards the north. And in winter, it moves more towards the south. So we're going to see over here that if you were to check the position of the sunrise, check it every day, say 15 days apart, and you see how does the position of the sunrise change. Okay, it will change something like this. Okay, so you have to do it carefully from the same place at the same, preferably from the same time also, but from the same place for sure. So you can actually notice this thing, and many of you would be knowing it because often there are rooms in your house maybe which may be warmer in summer or warmer in winter. This is with the moving of the sun. You can also note the maximum height of the sun from a fixed place. So, like I mentioned to you, you have the perfect east rising on equinoxes, which is taking place over here. And then what you can see is that you actually have the sun move towards the north, right? Which will be maximum on 21st June. And then it gradually moves back to the equinox and then goes to it then moves towards the south, which is in December. So what you basically see, if you were to see it in the sky, check the height of the sun at noon. So what happens is you will notice that in December, the maximum height of the sun, right, is kind of low. It does not come up too high up in the sky. And that is why even at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, you may not feel very hot. But for example, in summer, the sun is higher up in the sky, so maybe by 9 o'clock in the morning itself, the sun is high enough to make it feel hot. And then by 12 o'clock, this is a sample place where you have 74.4 degrees is the maximum height. But you could have a similar this thing where then by 12 o'clock in the afternoon, it's very, very high up. And that's when you're seeing this. So in a way, what you can see is that the height of the sun is varying. The maximum height of the sun is varying all through the year. And we can actually make, which actually reminds you of seasons, right? So again, a reflection of seasons which we just spoke about, where the maximum height in December is low and maximum height in summer is high. And then what you can also do is you can plot what is called an analemma. An analemma is a diagram which actually, see, this is a sample analemma. It shows the position of the sky as seen from a fixed location at the same time all through the year. So what you typically see here in April, this is the time when you have your this when you have your perfect east, where you see it coming up over here. And then here, when you have the summer solstice on 21st, it's going highest up in the sky at the same time. So it's highest up over here. And then in December, what you can see is the same time, it is lowest down. So that is again a reflection this thing. And for the earth, it actually does a figure of 8, right? So if you analyze the analemma even more closely, you can actually, like I showed it to you, here you have your equinox days, where you have this figure of 8. You have the, you'll have to rotate this a little bit, and you can see the position which you have. There's the altitude. You're seeing the smallest altitude in southern solstice and northern solstice, which is related to the seasons. So this is an exercise which I spoke to you about, just looking at the sun, right? If you just look at the sun every day, notice where it rises from, how high it goes at the same time of the day. It would give you a very good understanding of the motion of the sun. And like I said, how is it related to our seasons and the temperatures over here. So look at the sun and notice it.